Part 7b, the reason for treason. The second reason is political treason. When you are in a disadvantage, what do? Cheat. Cheaters win all the time. That is why folks cheat. If you don't believe me, let me tell you a story about Richard Nixon's own biography, Nixon versus Kennedy, and published years later. See, as both a candidate for president and a former vice president, Richard Nixon was privy to State Department's classified information and briefings. In 1968, LBJs was going to seek a peace treaty with North Vietnam and get out of Vietnam. But LBJ had to create a road for the South Vietnam and North Vietnam to come together. But LBJ didn't tell South Vietnam his plan. Nixon saw an opportunity, so he contacted the South Vietnamese generals and told them not to come, torpedoing the 1968 peace accord. See, if the U.S. was still in the war, he could be an anti-war candidate that would hurt the Democrats. So Nixon committed treason against the U.S. in 1968. From 1968 to 1974, the U.S. lost an additional 16,432 GIs in Vietnam and Laos. Guess what? In 1972, Nixon took the same plan to end the Vietnam War. But now, South Vietnam was in a worse position than it was back in 1968 and was soon overrun, killing countless more Vietnamese. Today, Vietnam is a trading partner with the U.S. Understand, the interview was years later, so Nixon knew the results of his action. And he was still proud of what he did. He wasn't remorseful. He was proud. It was a great example of what a great politician he was. In part 1, I told you of the killers and the murderers, and I would define Nixon as a murderer, wouldn't you? End of part B.